We're looking at homework from section 4.3 today. This is question number 5. Find the indicated probabilities using the geometric distribution, the Poisson distribution, or the binomial distribution. Then determine if the events are unusual. If convenient, use the appropriate probability table or technology to find the probabilities. Assume the probability that you will make a sale on any given telephone call is 0.21. Find the probability that you A, make your first sale on the 5th call, B, make your sale on the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd call, and C, do not make a sale on the first 3 calls. So before we can do anything else, we have to decide what kind of probability distribution we're looking at. Since we're trying to find the probability of your first successful call, probability of first success tells us that this is going to be geometric. The geometric probability formula is probability of first success on trial x is given by q to the x minus 1 times p. So we need to know q, p, and x. We'll start with p. P is given to us in the problem as 0.21. For q, q is always 1 minus p, so 1 minus 0.21 is 0.79. And in part A, our x value is 5 because we want to know the probability of our first sale being on the 5th call. We plug these numbers into the formula. So the probability of our first success on call 5 would be 0.79, the probability of failure, to the x minus 1, that's 5 minus 1, times p, which is 0.21. This is 0.79 to the 4th, times 0.21. And when we use our calculator, we come up with 0.0817951701. Rounded to 3 decimals is 0.082. That's your answer for part A. In part B, we need to do several different occurrences of this probability formula. So we are looking for the value that happens when x is equal to 1, when x is equal to 2, and when x is equal to 3. The p and the q don't change. P is still 0.21, q is 0.79. So we're going to find the probability that we make our first sale on the first call, and that's 0.79 to the 1 minus 1 times 0.21, which ends up being 0.21. The probability that our first success is on our second call is given by 0.79 to the 2 minus 1 times 0.21, which is 0.1659. And the probability that our first success is on call number 3 is 0.79 to the 3 minus 1 times 0.21. And when we plug that into our calculator, we get 0.131061. We have to take these 3 values that we just found and add them all together. When we do that, we get 0.506961. Rounded to 3 decimals is 0.507. That's your answer to part B. In part C, we're looking for the probability that you don't make a sale on the first 3 calls. We just found out from part B that the probability that one of your first 3 calls is successful is 0.507. So what we're looking for here is actually the complement of part B. We want to do 1 minus the probability that you make a sale on the first, second, or third call. That's a probability that we just computed. It was 0.506961. We subtract that from 1, and we get 0.493039. Rounded to 3 decimals, we get 0.493, and that's your answer to part C. Now we want to know if any of these are unusual. Well, unusual means the probability would be less than 0.05. Were any of these probabilities less than 0.05? And the answer to that question is no. They were all more than 5%. So none of these events are unusual. The correct choice here would be answer D. And those are your answers.